This is Psalms 37 and 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord Yahweh, and he delighteth in his way. I like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, and the like-minded brothers. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. And as you see the title, all right, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. And this comes from the inspiration of the daily verse in 16:11. All right. And again, let's read 37 and 23 in Psalms. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord Yahweh, and he delighteth in his way. All right, let's see what that word in the interlinear ordered. All right, it says kon, right? It says to be firm, be stable, be established. All right, and that right off the rip reminds me of how we have to be established in the faith. Okay, this is Colossians 2 and let me grab it from 5. It says, for though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit, joined and beholding your order and the steadfastness of your faith in Hamashiach Yahushua. As ye have therefore received Yahushua Hamashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Okay, so again, all right, the Lord, all right, is what keeps you ordered. All right, because when you go to sleep at night, right, which I'll go back to that in a second. All right, let's grab this. Instructions. When you go to sleep at night, all right, the Lord seals your instructions. So when you're doing the righteous thing, okay, as always, all right, the Lord will always, you know, scriptures say man's goings is of the Lord, so how can a man understand his own way? So what happens is when you go to sleep, the Lord seals the instructions for the next day. And when you're constantly doing the will of the Lord, all right, those sealed instructions are given to you by angels, and they're always given to you as righteous instructions, you see, as opposed to if you're doing wickedly, demons is programming you, all right, and your instructions for the next day are going to be wicked. Okay, so this is Job 33 and 15. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide his pride from man. Okay, he keepeth back his soul from the pit and his life from perishing by the sword. He is chastened also with pain upon his bed, and the multitude of his bones with strong pain, so that his life abhorreth bread and his soul dainty meat. You see? So when you're doing the works of the Lord, man, he gonna always sustain you in the right manner. All right. It says his flesh is consumed away that it cannot be seen, and his bones that were not seen stick out. You see? So you're gonna put away the mortal thoughts, as the scriptures tell you, man. All right. putting away those mortal thoughts and putting off the weak nature, all right, is what the Lord wants you to do. This is Second Ezra 14:14, and it says, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." Okay, so again, you know, when you constantly putting those mortal thoughts away, all right, and putting off the weak nature, all right, the Lord is able to sustain you, and he sustains you with what? He sustains you with righteous thoughts, all right? Wisdom, all right, meets you in every thought, as the scriptures say. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:16. It says, "For she goeth out about seeking such as are worthy of her," meaning this wisdom, showing herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought. You see, for the very true beginning of her is desire of discipline, and care of discipline is love, and love is the keeping of her commandments, right, and her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. You see, and having the fear of the Lord, all right, is also key, because all right, to have fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You see, so the Lord will seal you with instructions of wisdom, and in every thought, wisdom is met in your mind. Okay, so now let's go back to that word ordered, right? Psalms 37:23. "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord Yahweh, and he delighteth in his way." That word ordered goes into to be firm, be stable, to be established, all right? To be unmovable, steadfast and unmovable in this truth. It says to be set up, be established, be fixed, okay? Be firmly established, to be established, be stable, all right? Absolutely, because knowledge and wisdom is going to be the stability of thy times, right? Be secure, be enduring, yeah, and he, all right, that endures into the end, the same shall be saved. You see, it says to be directed aright, be fixed aright, be steadfast in a moral sense, to prepare, be ready, okay? To be prepared, be arranged, all right? Because we're arranging ourselves for the marriage, all right? The Lord looks at us as his woman, you see? So we are marrying the Lord into the marriage supper, as the scriptures say metaphorically, man, okay? It says to make ready, prepare, provide for, okay? And we provide for Yahweh Shai by giving them meat, you see? I mean, Salaki, by giving them fruit, all right? Because that is our job, our reasonable service, that we bring in fruit, all right? Those that are of the elect, okay? And we also, to be established means to be restored, all right? So by us giving his word, all right, the Lord is able to restore his kingdom, restore the righteousness that needs to be brought to this place, okay? So now let's grab this. This is Psalms 1:1. "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord Yahweh, and in his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be planted," right? He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his season and bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper. You see? So our delight is in serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to the best of our ability. You see, it says that we will be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, okay, and bring forth his fruit in due season. You see, and our leaf is not going to wither. All right. Why? Because the Lord is constantly, right, making the good man's steps be ordered, all right, in righteousness. All right, let's grab this. This is John 15, and I'll take it from the top. It says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Yet ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye, except ye abide in me. Yeah, and the vine is Yahweh Shai. You see, it says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. If a man abide not if a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. Okay. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, Salaka, what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. Here is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. You see? So, you know, the key is to constantly walk in the ways of the Lord, man. All right. Because by that, all right, you're ordered in the righteous steps. All right. As a matter of fact, let's grab this. This is Proverbs. Give me 1 second. This is Proverbs 16 and 9. It says, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord Yahweh directeth his steps. You see? And the path of the just, right, is going to shine more and more unto that perfect day. Okay? Let's grab that real quick, and I'll pretty much end it on that through the Spirit. All right? This is Proverbs 4. 4 and 18. It says, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more onto the perfect day. Okay. And again, why? Because we are constantly being ordered, all right, by our steps are being ordered by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you see, to walk in the righteous path, all right, to walk in the righteous ways, all right, and in doing so, all right, you're going to be blessed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with salvation. You see, that's the main goal that we look for, man, salvation, all right. So, hey, with that being said, Lord willing, you were edified. That was the daily verse. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one. Shalom, keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah.